Well, the government shutdown is getting back up and running this morning. The federal government, I should say. President Trump signing the funding bill, ending a record 43-day-long shutdown. Alice Barr reports, though questions remain over how long it will take to get everything back to normal.
With a vote in the House.
The bill is passed.
And a presidential signature overnight. The longest government shutdown in U.S. history is now over.
The federal government will now resume normal operations.
Furloughed federal workers getting back on the job today after 43 days. They and those who worked without pay waiting to hear when their back pay checks will arrive. As airlines work to return to full capacity, the FAA freezing flight reductions at 6% instead of the planned 10% by Friday, with easing staffing shortages set to gradually unsnarl weeks of delays and cancellations.
I think it's horrible how politicians, all of them, use us as pawns.
SNAP federal food assistance will also grind back into gear for the millions of Americans still waiting for their full November payments, turning to food banks instead.
Massive increases in families needing our assistance.
As the consequences unwind, the two parties pointing blame at each other.
Absolutely no question in anybody's mind now that the Democrats were responsible for this.
Donald Trump and Republicans made the decision to shut the government down. Would rather do that than provide health care that's affordable.
As Democrats face their own divisions over the deal moderates in the Senate reached with Republicans that did not include health care reforms, an issue Republicans say they're now ready to address with the government back in business.
And that was Alice Barr reporting. Now, airlines, as she mentioned, are working to adjust their schedules. Industry representatives estimating it'll take about a week to get everything back to normal. Well, the U.S. Department of Agriculture saying funds will be available within 24 hours in most states. We're working to find out the timeline for North Carolina. More than 82,000 people received SNAP benefits in Wake County, according to county data.
A group of 6 House Democrats broke ranks and voted for the bill, and that includes North Carolina Democrat Don Davis. Davis says he supported the measure because so many Americans were hurting during the shutdown.
I mean, did I want more? Absolutely, I wanted to see more. I would love for us to prepare for the holidays and know that people, their minds are at ease. Here it is. I had a constituent talking to me, literally in tears. That's not what I want.
Republican Congressman Greg Murphy also put out a statement saying this was all done to protect Senator Chuck Schumer's political career and push egregious demands of the progressive left. They failed. I look forward to getting back to the people's business.
And Michelle, just within the last 20 minutes, we are hearing from Governor Josh Stein. He posted on X saying North Carolinians need stability to put food on the table, receive a paycheck, or travel home for the holidays. And I am pleased the government is back open. He went on to say there was no reason to force 43 days of chaos, cruelty, and uncertainty just to avoid keeping health care affordable. Congresswoman Valerie Foushee also weighed in on X. She said, I voted against the GOP's budget bill that does not address rising health care costs and puts the health care of hundreds of thousands of North Carolinians at risk. And within the hour, Representative Richard Hudson of North Carolina said, thank you, President Trump, for your unwavering resolve in ending this needless shutdown.